Here's another funny thing that language does. Language creates categories, sometimes out of thin air. So in languages like Spanish, many European languages, all nouns are of a particular grammatical gender. So who here speaks a language with grammatical gender, like Spanish, where everything is masculine or feminine? A lot of you. One thing that's important is that these genders differ across languages, right? So, for example, the sun is feminine in German and masculine in Spanish. The moon is masculine in German, feminine in Spanish, exactly the opposite. There doesn't seem to be much rhyme or reason to how these genders are assigned. And in fact, many humorists have written about their difficulties in learning language's grammatical gender. So Mark Twain wrote an essay called The Awful German Language, where basically he's writing about how the language makes no sense, partially because of this grammatical gender system. David Sedaris in Me Talk Pretty one day talks about his difficulty learning grammatical genders in French. And he eventually solves this problem by only ever referring to things in the plural. So if he has to buy a toaster, he just has to buy 2 toasters because he can't stand the embarrassment of getting the gender wrong. So the question is, once you've learned a language like this with grammatical gender, do you actually end up thinking of the sun and the moon as somehow more male-like or more female-like, depending on what gender they are in your language?